Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Mike. Jonathan Coachman with Mike today and Booker T. And today on Power or Mike, we're first going to talk about what happened yesterday on Collision or Hit. Yesterday on Collision or Hit, we had a good show. You know, and it was a good show. And we do wonder about the wars that, came out of it, Like God Jor and The Rock are still going at it, you know. Zia Lee and Johnny Nargado are still, doing their war. We know that. Yeah, that's true, Jonathan Coachman. We do know, Mike today says about how it happened yesterday when the Funny Spinks, had his match with Sonya Deville, and how he beat Sonya Deville, and she wasn't happy about it, or, whatever her name is these days, or whatever she's doing in TNA these days, you know. Well, I want to tell you something right now, Booker T says, just like what happened yesterday. I hope that Sonya Deville gets even on the funny Spinks, or whatever the English word would be for Spinks, since that is a a Hellenish borrowed word. And yes, it is a Hellenish borrowed word. And we wonder if Sonya Deville is going to get even for that, since she is the overseer of leadership, here in the toy wrestling gathering. And she has offshooted from that for what she did in TNA. And here she comes. Alright, no one's going to be laughing at me anymore. Yes, at one time in WWE, I was the former under 4 setter of WWE. I was a former under wicker of WWE at one time. And now I am the under overseer, of leadership under Santino Marella on TNA. Theodore Long named me as the overseer of leadership here in the toy wrestling gathering. And I've had to fill in the shoes, because there were many folks that had that rank, and they didn't know what they were doing with it. I mean, first we had Shrek. He didn't know what he was doing with it, and then they gave it to I don't know. And then they gave it to Kang, and he didn't know what he was doing with it. So, and there's just a long list of folks that didn't know what they were doing with it. So, I'm not going to be shamed by losing to someone who's truly not even a wrestler. I'm not going to be shamed that way. And, I can't get in the ring. I can't get... Poof. See, this is the kind of shamefulness I'm talking about here. This kind of besmirchment. You're saying I'm shameful? You're saying I besmirched something? Sonya, yesterday you're the one that had that match with me. And if you can't help it, it ain't my fault that you lost to me and you don't know how to handle it. Yeah. We know, Sonya. I know all about what you did in WWE. I mean, yes, you were this great woman wrestler. You did great things, Yeah, you were in NXT, then they put you on SmackDown, and then you were on Raw, and then, and then you became the underwicker of Raw, and then, you were got fired from that, because you kept going against the main wicker of Raw and SmackDown at the time, Adam Pearce, and everyone thought that the unscreened four-setter Everybody thought that Hunter S. Helmsley was withdrawn from that, but that wasn't true. He still hold that rank. But anyway, and then what happens? You go to TNA, and now you're doing what you did in WWE, but you're doing it in TNA now, and you want to make yourself out to look like, the beaten here. You know what? Don't even start with me. Because today, I'm going to get even on you for that loss that I shouldn't have taken. I hear folks saying, they can't take, no one, I hear folks saying, Sonya, no one's going to take you earnest, as the overseer, of leadership, or the under overseer of leadership, because you lost to whatever you are. But I got you. I know how to get you. Hey, come out here, come out here, Angel Garza. Yes. You want me to fight Angel Garza? Yeah. Get a fight lord in the ring, and we'll show you that was a fluke. Danny, now I like to understand if Theodore Long is watching this all, that he isn't aware of Sonya Deville and what she's doing. Well, Jonathan Coachman said, well, Mike today says at the end of the day, if he is, it's not going to last that long. What she's doing now in TNA underneath Santina Marella is what she was doing underneath Adam Pearce when she was in WWE. Throw her might around, throw her flair around, Oh! And Sonya Deville right now put this match together. Oh, but Booker T said, I like how Angel Garza is giving it to the funny Spinks, and you can't even slam him the way he is. Watch what the former WWE light heavyweight fighter and former WWE 24/7 fighter and former WWE AAA tag team fighter can do. Booker T said, yeah, we just watched what he did. Jonathan Coachman says, the Flying Spinks just slammed him. Then slammed it, Angel Garza down again. Now he's going to the top steeple now. But Mike today says it's kind of hard to get your hand on someone like the Funny Spinks the way he is. And someone didn't even cast him in, He's all right, Booker T says. He got here because I really think they're throwing him out. And I think that Hunter's Helmsley, and I think that Godzilla and Gail Kim and even Tony and other folks felt sorry for him, so they let him in. Would you stop? Jonathan Coachman says. Elena got him in there. That's how he got in. And Angel Garza slamming down the Funny Spinks again, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Mike today says it's kind of hard to get an upper hand on him, but Angel Garza's got that upper hand going and down. Oh. And here it comes. Angel Garza says it's all over. No, it's not. Down goes Angel Garza, goes down. Here it comes, and get ready for the 1, 2, 3. Jonathan Coachman says, yeah, when it happens, Mike today said Angel Garza will be next to lose to the Funny Spinks. 1, 2, don't you dare reckon that free, Sonya Deville says. I'm shifting the match around. The match has been thrown out. Angel Garza, you win. Can she do that? Here is your winner by a throw out, Angel Garza. And Angel Garza should be thankful that he got the match thrown out. And I think Sonya Deville is stepping over the boundaries of what she can do as the under overseer of leadership. You have my match thrown out. Yeah, I did. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? This is what you get for shaming me. Well, I can go tell Theodore Long, the main wicker, about what you're doing, and then you'll be gone. Yeah, good luck with that one. Poof! You get back here! Well, it seems that the funny Sphinx didn't got his match thrown out with Angel Garza. It was all about Sonya Deville throwing her new weight around, her new flair around, Jonathan Coachman says. You got that right, Mike today said. That's truly what it was all about, just her showing the slay that comes with being the under overseers, the under wicker, of the TWF. Booker T says, Angel Garza, I think it was cool he won the match. And I think Funny Spinks just says, he should learn to onlook those in leadership, Booker T says. Yeah, onlook goes both ways, Jonathan Coachman says. You have to, onlook goes both ways. It's not a one-sided thing. And alright, we're going to, John Coachman says we're going to take it away now with Jim Ross. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. I'm going to be talking with Sonya Deville here today, on Powerrr Might. Some would say that you're throwing your weight around, you're throwing your flair around, and Theodore Long might have a talk with you. That's between that's between me and the main wicker of the TWF, Theodore Long, and myself. As far as you saying, Jim Ross, that I got something against the Funny Spinks, is that what you're saying? Yeah, it was about to beat Angel Garza. You came in and, had the match thrown out. So I did. And what if I do got something against the Funny Spinks? There isn't truly anything you can do about it now, can you? Well, you're true. There's nothing that I can truly do about it. You got that right. But I know Theodore Long, and he could most likely do something about it. Yeah, either he does or he doesn't. But he named me to handle things on shows that he wouldn't be around for. If he doesn't like what I did, then we can talk about it tomorrow on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. I'm gone. Well, Sonya Deville thinking that Mike makes right. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman, and Mike today. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Sonya Deville here today on Powerrr Might. And that's all the time we got it for Powerrr Might. Hi, Jonathan Coachman with Mike today and Booker T. And we hope you like Powerrr Might. And we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw.